Welcome to 98.1 FM Radio Tutorial, here to bring you the greatest hits of the Shrek soundtrack. Nah, I'm just kidding. I have a feeling DreamWorks would have a few things to say about that. Instead, how about we play some coffee talk? Monday, September 28th, 2020. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Werewolf representatives pushed the ministry for a more accessible sedative. Doctor from Salaktown arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Oh my. Freya! Are you sure that would be okay? Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off. But it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully. And gracefully. I know. Customer! Gala! Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? Looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Emmy was just giving me feedback. And Pastel is going after a scratching pad in the back. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Emmy was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although, I need to interrupt Emmy for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... Sorry, I wanted a sip of tea. You remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order might have been the right drink. Well, let's give it a try again. Just to be sure. Okay. Remember, it is tea and ginger. Alright, tea and ginger. It should be in brew pad. Brew pad. Galahad. Tea, milk, ginger. Okay. Base. Tea, milk, and ginger. Brew! This should be the right one. It does sound lovely. Galahad. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed. I have the same feeling. I've made a note of that mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Mr. Gallo, we're done for the night. You're done? I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Aw, come on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bailey's. Heya. How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Emmy was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. Sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original, but my target here is a mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this book may go mainstream, just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing, and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting, and highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. I know, right? as if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. Imagine that! A story with only humans. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finished it, okay? Alright. As Emmy said though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Ginger latte. So lattes generally have coffee and milk, but he wants the main flavor to be ginger. So the base is the first option that you pick. The primary ingredient will be the main flavor that you taste in the drink. So he'd want ginger, and then secondary would be milk. Right? Is that right? I hope I got it right. Yeah! Nailed it! I did it. I am proud. Here you go. Thanks. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in, you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done, as in, I finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her. By using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job? Sorry. You finished your job by bullshitting her? The finest bullshit, my lady. Only the finest around here. That's one survival skill every Every freelancer? Oh my gosh. Every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. Why did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know? Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. Give me a sec to drink some tea. Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Ooh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into details. This succubus was super hot. All the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. 'Cause it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly. Plot twist. This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was. Let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So, I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So, Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out, and I got back just as Lua arrived. Total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose.
Holy mother of moly!
Oh my god. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. Without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. It sounds like he deserved it. How dare. That's awful. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So, Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact date, but suddenly, that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How is she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, I'm sorry. Tea time. Enjoy the nice atmosphere every time I drink tea, okay? Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, they were talking about your relationship. Lua told me the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval. Considering, you know... What? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or should I say, most elfin families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there's certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa! I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. If you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the "I left my family for you" card. You love each other. I'll be with her, whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work. Because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone.
Whoa, that's deep.
We'll have each other, and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Emmy. And Freya. Bye.
Ooh. Hope those crazy kids can work it out.
What? I almost just spat out my tea. Oh no. You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you gonna write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea.
We did it! Hooray! That was day 7.
Sugar and spice. Spicy, sweet, and natural bliss in a cup.
Ooh, sounds lovely. Yay, we did it! Thank you so much.
I'll get to where I can save and then I will stop.
Hooray!
Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. We get some spoilers for the next one. The World Health Organization vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally. Coachella 2020. 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Oh my gosh, can you imagine that? Like, them tossing a ball around or something and it's like low gravity, so it's like really slowly. That'd be great. I would watch that. Alright. I'm gonna save.
No! Spoilers! You didn't see that. You saw nothing. No. You see nothing. There. I'm sorry.
Alright, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day.
Bye!